What a day yesterday. Holy moly.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I missed it though, but you guys did a really good job.
Yeah, everyone was hunting. Post the link here. All right, it's in the chat and we are ready. If you want to take it away, you want me to, it's up to you. I don't have that many tickers. I think we're maybe
It's
a
still not
slow
letting me
arm
share the
thing.
screen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was looking at the energy sector. It looks really good. We have a lot of pre-market movement. Okay, there we go.
Should be what to do now.
Okay. All right. So we have SPY here. We it made this crazy impulsive move. So now we're starting another trend up here, and it looks like we're gonna pull back a little bit, maybe even do another range again, right here. So let's see, we have the data released right now, right?
Let me open the
Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty flat. I mean, the numbers I think are about the same, if not maybe just a little bit higher. It's not even
yeah.
that much of a difference. So either way, though, it's going to cause some volatility. So I'll be looking, to get either some puts right here and just trade this little range
Yeah.
right here, cover right here at support. And if you break, support, I'll go ahead and grab more puts. But it's looking a little weak right now. I think I would really like for this to pull back all the way down here so we can make a nice move to 430 and we could have a clear uptrend. But this move yesterday was really nice. It was like a, textbook reversal when you called that those calls before the end of the day.
Mhm.
We built some really nice support right here
Mm.
and we just took off. That was really nice.
Yeah, I was watching that
So
423 level. It was looking at the previous day's low of the day. And it's like, okay, if it breaks that, we're going to see some blood. And surprisingly, it held that
yeah.
423 level, and then I started seeing some volume. Like, okay, guess we're going up.
Yeah, and that was really good. That was really good. So, you caught it right at support. We were just bouncing right here.
Mhm.
And I was looking at it at the 30-minute, but I was doing something else, so I didn't really get calls, but I
Yeah.
did see it. You know, if you go to the 30, it gives you like a clear
Hmm.
picture of where we held support, which was right here above the 200 moving
Yeah.
average, which is a very strong, support line that we have here. And we just moved all the way up. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was looking at this morning was FSLR. We traded that last week and oh, it's pulling back. Um, this is something to keep an eye on because we're forming a falling wedge. right here.
I do like that it's testing
Mhm.
that level, that 78. It broke out of that. Now it's going to test it. If he is able to find support there at 78, that's great. We can keep going up. So I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna bounce. If we don't go over this level at 79, 80,
Mhm.
we're just gonna come and touch the trend lines. But definitely something to keep an eye on for the next few days. But XLE was picking up this morning, and it needs a little more volume, but I like how it held support right here, pre-market and after hours. So um, I'll be watching this sector today. And then, of course, we have XOM, which has some good volume this morning, but we rejected to go over this level at 6280. CBX also, but we have to go over this pre-market high in order for us to take calls. Oxy had a really great move yesterday,
Yeah,
but
I like
it
that.
was a fake out,
Yeah.
huge fake out, huge fake out. But I'm still watching it. It looks like a really nice reversal coming up. And let's see, USO. Yeah, USO looks like it's really weak right now. I'll watch you for some puts here.
I do like Oxy. I think I like that, that falling wedge and formation. Maybe looking at a daily will look more cleaner
Hmm.
because those long wicks.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Would probably make that channel a little bit better. But yeah, definitely you can see a potential for a breakout. I'm not sure what oil is doing at the moment, but I know there's still a lot of demand. There's still a lot of room
Oh yeah,
for
there's a
oil.
lot of
So
room to
yeah,
run. There's really we need gas regardless of how electric we're going and clean. We're still reliant on oil. Okay, so XLF, this sector sold off yesterday. And I was looking for this for some puts, but we got a really crazy price range here. And it looks like we can pull back more, but we have to break under this level here at 36.90. Let's see, I was looking at JPM this morning. And maybe we could catch a little short squeeze here. And have like a little small day trade. Same with Bank of America.
yeah, I saw a lot of big downtrend on a lot of the banks. So
Yeah, I've been wanting to trade it, but it's just, I didn't like this uptrend. Look, this is really choppy. And yeah, we did, we moved, but I really didn't like this movement here. There's a lot of fake outs. So I was just waiting for this to drop and to short it and then catch a reversal on financials. Oh, great. Did you catch SQ?
did not
Oh, look at
looking
that.
at the daily, oh my gosh, yeah, I did see that. And yeah, that Totally missed that.
I can't believe we missed it. It's because you know what? I always forget about SQ for some reason. Look, we could have caught this right here at
Mhm.
223,
No,
which is a level we've been talking about for like the longest time. And look, we could have caught this really nice reversal.
the previous candle is, I think, for me, that's what um
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know but yeah, oh well.
yeah, big time FOMO here. Well, you know what? We could catch it
Yeah,
on the pullback.
it still has room. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna come retest here at 227 and down at 222 again, and then we'll just, move right back up. So let's see. I think PayPal is probably on the same boat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
PayPal
that.
and SQ never disappoint. I like their price action. Their volume is always really consistent. So I like it better than V for sure. V has been really choppy lately, and MasterCard also. So maybe we could just grab some puts right here on PayPal. Because we have a downtrend coming. So look at this STO. We're like really overbought here. Um, and we're gonna come back and retest support down here to 270.
Yeah. Really respecting that trend that you have there, the channel.
Yeah, it keeps bouncing. Look at that. We're probably gonna have the same.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll be looking for this to do a small day trade.
Oh, I was on mute.
Hey man,
Hi
thanks for
hi,
joining
guys.
us.
I finally got in.
Hey, how's it
Think I had
going?
to think I had to download the app.
No worries, welcome. We're just going over a couple of tickers, and then we'll come up with a watch list for the whole team that we all can follow. So if you got any suggestions, feel free to bring them up here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that's about it. I'm not looking at too much because of all this stinky data that's coming up right now. So that's all I'm looking at. Energy, SQ, I'm sorry, PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard right here. We have, really good consolidation here, but we have like um, a lot of uncertainty, and I really don't like this price action here. I want to see it above 367, 368 maybe. But we need to hold, and it's been, struggling to hold that level. We have like a bunch of fake outs, but it looks like a good swing.
So
Yeah,
you're betting on the energy sector and the financial sector to make a big move.
yeah,
Thursday, yeah.
yeah, that's
Are
about
you
it.
making the assumption that tech is going to be weak as we finish this week,
Oh,
as we
tech.
approach?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the chart, we're just like way overbought. I'm not really, I mean, we can, bounce off the trend lines here and, make
Yeah,
a move. But for the most part, for now, see, we're pulling back.
yeah.
And we did have this, supply zone turn into demand zone, and we
Yeah.
just broke out of it. So most
We could
likely we're
come
going to
back
come
and
back and
retest
touch
that.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, pull back a little bit. I'm not too fond of tech right now, but, we can catch little moves here and there.
Mm. I don't know that volume and on Apple right at the end.
Yeah, I think Apple's
Yeah.
gonna keep running
I
a
mean,
bit more.
uh, obviously, if the rest doesn't do well, it won't run as fast. The rest of the tech family, but I mean that gap, from 130 to 137, we could see it run at least to 132. But I mean, it was such a big run yesterday. It needs to take a breather. Um, Definitely test that line, that 129.5. It needs to retest that before we can go any further. But it was a big move for Apple.
Was
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. So go ahead, take it away.
Okay, let me. Okay. So I'm kind of with you on the fact that, well, one, there was a big run yesterday. It was kind of unprecedented. Yes, we tested that, that level that we mentioned that earlier. But just on the hourly, we could come back and retest this 425 for sure. And if we break below that, then we're looking at 423. So I'm definitely adding, looking at a couple of puts, at least for SPY, below this level. Definitely test that. The other scenario is that it could just break and keep going. But on the daily, 24 hour. Yeah, I mentioned, the daily, it's respecting this. It is getting tighter, as we approach this, and when things get tighter, especially for this, we are due for a big pullback. But we could extend this a little bit further. And I think, Trader, you mentioned that for 430 or so. I agree with that. I think we have a couple of more points to go. But as we start approaching this, if volume starts decreasing as it's going here, we could see a big pullback. And so I'm not going full on tech when it comes to calls. But there are a couple of names, selected names that I'm watching for sure. So I'll be watching for that. I don't usually watch SPY unless all of the tickers that I'm watching are starting to move at the same time. Like, okay, what's going on? And then I look at SPY and like, oh, there it is. Everything is, it's not just me. Every ticker is doing the same. So I have a couple of tickers that I'm watching. Well, okay, so before, let's see, there's a ticker that I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't call it out because I was watching it for a long time. And
Oh, that was a big move.
so I had this charted out, and I saw this break right here. It's like, this is gonna break. And I think I had it on my watch like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was somewhere here, and it didn't break, and I tried again. Anyways, I'm a little bit annoyed that I didn't call it again. And every time I see it, it just kept running and running. But we totally missed, a $10 move for Nat. But anyway, it is what it is. We miss a lot of tickers, but that's why it's good that, for example, you trader, you look a lot at the energy sector, and I do a lot of tech as well, and other different, some Chinese names. And it's always good for us to be kind of diversified in names that we're watching. And so I do like that we can all catch all those runners. So
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of Chinese tech, have you seen Baba?
I
Baba
was just gonna
getting some movement yesterday.
mention Baidu, but I've been waiting. I'm telling you, when I say I've been waiting patiently for these Chinese names to just take over. I mean, they've been taking a beating for months. And I know there's a lot of politics involved and stuff, but man, I mean, come on. I mean, this just go. So I'm waiting for Baba to break. And once it does, I mean, I will be getting some leaps for sure. I mean, 300 leaps,
Yeah.
no question. Because once it moves, it's gonna want to take off. It's just waiting to do that. So Baidu is also the other one. Um, as you know, it has an EV component to it. This one it's already starting to consolidate here, building a base, and I like that. As long as it doesn't go below this 174, we can start seeing it move up here. So let me zoom a little bit more. Here's an attempt to break. Obviously, it did break this trend line it broke, but um, this rejection tells me that there's still a lot of hesitation. I mean, versus obviously you got a back holders on. I mean, look at that from 354. That's almost double the price. You got a lot of back holders, people trying to exit their positions, and so it's going to take a while for this to move. And this is why I use. Let's see if I can give it volume. And see where the volume is sitting at. So right here, so we're in a big consolidation zone, this volume shelf. This, so you can see it. So we're sitting right here. If we make a move up to this 190, 189, we can move to the next supply zone, which is 216. And so that's a big move. There's a big gap right here. So it'll take a while, but once it breaks this level, so as you can tell, it tried to break that, but it just came back to where the supply is. And so, yeah, I'm definitely watching Baidu for the next couple of weeks. Again, as soon as there's some news or anything that could indicate or give some more confidence to investors, I'll definitely be watching those names. And that includes JD. This now. JD, I mentioned that Kathy Wood has been buying JD like crazy for the last couple of weeks, nonstop. She's thinking long term. I think there's definitely JD definitely has some potential. It's the Alibaba's competitor. And I'm looking at some numbers on financials and sales, and they're doing really well. I'm surprised that they're not taking as much advantage considering the bad news that Baba is getting. But we could see, here another break, right? That was rejected, very similar to Baidu. So there's a lot going on with Chinese names, and once that is clear, these things are going to move very quickly.
Yeah.
So definitely on watch, but not necessarily on the hawk list. Just normal, just in the back of your mind. So, so there's that. Let's see, order in terms of sectors. This Wolf, we've talked about Disney. It's definitely approaching this level that I've been watching. I guess this target zone, this 180. If we can break 181 or this level, we could see some big moves. So I'm definitely watching that. Here's a couple of rejects: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's just a matter, and you can even see there's a cup. There's our cup. We might complete that cup, but this could be our target level right here. But watching this break, this alert here, 178, almost 179. I don't like how it moves, Disney, to be honest. It's one that, you got a long wicks, but once in a while you'll have a big move. So part of that could be it does react with news, especially when we're talking about all parks opening, it moves, but it just doesn't move as fast, just technical analysis alone. Qualcomm, I've started this a couple of days ago. Again, another one that I missed. I'm calling it out, mainly because Obviously, I was looking at other tickers, but here's another break. Every time I see a setup and I missed it, I kind of mad at myself for not sharing it with you guys. but this is a great break, and I think I had my alert, but at the same time, at that exact same time, we had like 5 other alerts that happened. So that's the only problem with following too many tickers. When they all go up at the same time, you gotta be fast. So it was a nice break. We could see a continuation on Qualcomm. This level, I think this level where it rejected, it's an old one, but we can see it. We can see a move to at least 140 or 141. So definitely gonna be watching that. I have a 137.6 as my entry for calls. Makes me a little bit more. But it's simply to be a swing. I'm missing the day trade just because one, it already moved quite a bit. So I'm looking for it to test this 136 level or 137 before it can go any further. So there's that. You mentioned PLTR. I brought it up about the high, insanely high option. Sorry, not option. Yeah, option interest, open interest. We're sitting at this level is insanely, it's huge. So we got a couple, we have this one. It's been sitting at this range for quite some time, and volume slowly picking up. So I think we could see a move on PLTR, either not, maybe not today, but tomorrow. I think we were at high. We're up just a little bit pre-market, maybe not. Okay, it spiked a little bit, but it's going back. So I'm watching that PLTR. 25. I guess now I'm going to move this. 25 to 30 is my entry for a move. I think we can move to 27 if we have good momentum, but we got to take in consideration the rest of the market. So, but definitely it's one to watch. This is my next target level, 26. So at least $1 move you could see today. Snap. I saw a bunch of puts on option activity, and I could see it for sure. Here's the daily.
I have a put on it also.
Yeah. So here's one rejection, 2, almost 3. But here's this one. I mean, that to me tells me we're gonna pull back. If we don't break this 65.6, we could. I wish this candle was more towards the bottom. I wish it didn't have a lower wick, but this could indicate a retest of these level of at least 60 or 61. I'm definitely watching that for puts below 60 to 330 for me. So, which one do you have, Wolf? What contract do you have?
I have the. I think it's next week. It's next week, and it's the 60 put.
Okay. Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, I might jump on that if it breaks, below 63.
Yeah, I got it right at the peak of where it got rejected yesterday, so it was perfect timing.
Nice. And especially if it's the market's pretty choppy the rest of the week. Yeah, we might see a lot of, not only a lot of volatility, but a lot of contracts expire and very little movement. So just be careful on the next couple of days. Home Depot, definitely watching this.
Yeah, we missed it last time.
Yep. Hopefully we don't miss it this
slow
time.
though.
It does move very slowly. Yeah, it's not my favorite ticker when it comes to quick gains, get rich quick. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's great for swings. I think if we break this level, this level right here, 312. Ideally, if we break this one right here, we could see a good swing potential to start moving up. And so it's getting less attention because of the pandemic. But I did see some interesting news that they bought their own ship, like cargo ship, to meet the demand of items, which is very interesting.
Wow, yeah, that's interesting.
It's about a ship for the sole use of getting goods on shelves. So I don't know exactly what that means. It could just mean that it's just supply issue, supply chain issue, but I don't know. It was something new. I don't think doesn't look like a lot of retailers are doing that. This seems more desperate to me, but it could just be a short-term move. But anyway, so that's HD. And the last one that I have, well, two more. DDD, I like this move. It's, we had a channel here and now it's bull flag. And I think the ATR is about $1.05 or so for this. And so we could see a break on DDD. It doesn't move very much, but if you can catch it early, I mean, you can make a decent, dollar move. So there's that for me. And then the last one that I want to break up is Ride. Trey, did you just see the news on Ride?
No, what was the news? I think I saw that it got downgraded.
The CEO, let's see, the CEO and the CFO resigned. And all this happened after hours, this activity, but it plunged, it just dropped and it just pulled back. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what news are gonna what they're gonna say, but you can bet I'm gonna be looking for a rebound here. This is such a big gap. I would like to play that. It maybe won't move very much, but I'm definitely going to play maybe just a small position. I like testing those kinds of strategies with very low risk. Everyone's going to think that it's going to keep going down. It's like, oh no, Ride is done. But I don't know. We could see a bounce. So I'm not betting my farm on it, but it's definitely one that I'm watching for a quick rebound, quick buck. And that's all I have. Like I said, I think I'm just anticipating a very low volume, not much movement. Considering yesterday, I think you already mentioned Apple. I'm not gonna go over that again, but definitely, even on the daily, I think we still have some room. I mean, we could still break out of this. We could still see a move to 132. This is why I was saying that you may still have some room to go. Just looking at this, but maybe not yet. But so 132 could be a move before it rejects and comes back and continues consolidation until it does a proper breakout. So at least on the daily. Just for Oscar, EVOS BA, not much movement, very boring lately, unless you're trading intraday. It's not set up to make big moves, so I'm really not watching it. Just quickly going through all the tech names. This is a good move. It was included in my watch list for Facebook. But still, it's just so choppy. It's not very clean. I don't say choppy. It's just, big move and then it pulls back. I don't know. It's not a clean one. It's really hard to chart. And then we've been ready for a pullback for quite some time. So anyway, that's all I have. Wolf, you got any other tickers? Anything you want to bring up before we wrap this up?
No, I don't. I'm just I'm gonna stick with the ones I got for now since it's a crazy week, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
see how everything goes, and then yeah, everything's looking solid so far. So pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
maybe I'll try to do a day trade today. I'm not sure. I'm looking as we speak if I see anything interesting.
Okay. Also, I added a equity channel. I'll have to move it closer so everyone can see it. I've been looking more at equities, just buying shares. I actually bought some shares on Wish. Really just buying the bottom and just betting on this big move. I bought it at 11. So I'm gonna hold it for quite some time. We could even test this 32 level. It's a new one. But all this movement, we can at least see 15. So definitely one to keep in mind. All right, trader.
All right. I guess that
Anything?
wraps it up.
Yeah, it's a short one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for participating. For those that are watching the live stream, we'll do this every Tuesday, every Taco Tuesday, and hopefully everyone has a great day. And let's get some money.
Yeah.
Thank
Let's
you.
make it a good one, guys.
Likewise.
Have a good day.
All right. See ya.